broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Talk Local to Me, brought to you by the Central Virginia Business Coalition, with your host, Heather Alto and Diane Erd.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Talk Local to Me. And see, look, Diane said she won't go laugh, and she's already laughing at me. I can see her from over here.
I can't. I'm sorry.
So anyway, thank you guys for joining us again this week. And we are going to be talking today about probably a woman's favorite thing to do, which is
shopping.
Yes. And so men, don't turn off do not turn it off yet, because we're gonna be talking about some things you can do for your wife, for your mother. And I know Father's Day is coming up, so I'm not trying to say we're gonna do some things for you too, but shopping is always
just not today.
Yeah, just not today. But I am so excited, and honestly, I don't really need to shop anymore. I'm getting ready to go on vacation.
What?
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. I'm getting ready to go on vacation.
Let me break it down for you.
And yes, I am actually going to go on vacation for a week. But I was trying to pack last night, and I'm talking about like real world problems right here. I need more suitcases. And if you knew me a couple years ago, you'd have been like, no, Heather wouldn't say that, because I just used to be like, throw a couple things in there. I've got so much stuff now.
But they're so much smaller.
I am smaller, but I have a whole tote just for shoes. Like what?
What?
Yep.
I literally
have
have like
have
3 pair of shoes.
Though. My kind of girl.
I shop like a man, I think. I just wear the same thing all year round.
If you buy a cardigan in every color, Diane will be happy.
Right? No, I am wearing a cardigan today. But I am having a cardigan burning party.
Really?
I just don't know when yet, because it's like my security blanket, but I hate cardigans. But it's like my security. I feel like it covers up everything.
I'm coming to that party.
I do, but I've worn them for years.
See, all of you guys. See, I cannot do.
And if it shows past my elbow, we just can't.
I don't like coats. I don't like cardigans. I don't like vests. I don't like any of that stuff that like.
Mine added bling
ma'am.
today, though.
Well, you do have some bling on, though. I do like the bling.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, well, that's my problem right now, is trying to fit it. I'm actually thinking I may have to leave the show today and go buy a new luggage set, because I have this like really old
and a
suitcase.
U-Haul to put behind your vehicle just to go down.
Just for my shoes. No, but I'm really excited. But the thing I love about shopping is I don't like to shop big name box stores, because you know what? You don't have to.
You don't have to.
I don't even remember what I said a minute ago. Can't
never.
Yeah, I can't never find anything that I want in those big box stores. And so, but the two ladies we have with us today both own fantastic women's consignment stores, I guess you would call it, in our area, both here in Bedford County, but in two separate sections of Bedford. And I shop at both. I cannot ever go in their store without purchasing something. I think maybe I'm just going to walk in and say hi. Nope. If I bring my daughter, I'm buying even more, because she's constantly wanting stuff. Both my younger and my older, actually. So we're going to be talking today with Sandy Mayberry with Lulu's Closet, and with Heather Foy with Wanderly in Bedford, and Forest is where Lulu's is at. And so we're going to be talking with them about, all the products they have, how you can purchase things there, how you can consign with each of them. They both have a little different way of doing what they do. They donate. I mean, these women are they're really wonderful, and we're going to talk to both of them about how you can go shopping in both of their stores and get you some nice things and support local, because that's what it's all about. We talk about that. That's why it's Talk Local to Me, because we talk local to our businesses. But before we do, I want to start off with our sponsors. We cannot have this show without them. What the world just happened? Did somebody wreck outside our door or something? I just heard this big boom. So you never know what's going to happen on this show. But I'd like to thank our sponsors that help us to put and broadcast Talk Local to Me. Our sponsors for the month of June are our sponsors from the month of May, and they are continuing to support us, and we're very thankful for that. So I'm going to just kind of start off with Visiting Angels. Visiting Angels is located at 2900 Old Forest Road, and they are a nationally known but locally owned private duty home care agency serving Lynchburg and surrounding counties. So if you are interested in finding out more about Visiting Angels and the services they provide, please visit their website at www.visitingangels.com, or you can call them at 434-337-3836. And then also Taproots. We talked a lot about them last week. I did my own infomercial, I think, for Taproots, but we're going to keep it short and sweet today. But Taproots, they offer alternative and holistic health services for individuals, and they are located at 3718 Old Forest Road. Taproots was voted #1 CBD and homeopathy store in Central Virginia by readers of the News in Advance during the 2020 Reader's Choice Award. So check out their website at taprootsva.com. And I tell you, these women, if you go in and you have a chance to talk with them, they're very knowledgeable about the products that they have there in their store. And they would love to have you come in and see how they can help you, holistically. And we will be hearing from a few of our others. If you're interested in being a sponsor of the show, please contact us. We love our sponsors. It's $100 a month. I'm just going to put it out there. It is not expensive to be a sponsor here. We try and make it easy for you, and you get a lot of recognition there. So give us a call. Hit us up on our Facebook page, Grove Street FM. Oh, sorry, Grove Street .fm. Don't let me be leaving out my dots. I do that a lot. So check us out there. You can submit an interest there. So we have some things coming up. We have a lot of things coming up this month.
We do. For the rest of the year.
Yeah, we do. We're pretty busy, but I will say July through September, we have kind of overbooked. But when do we not?
Kind of.
I don't know. Somebody said something to me the other day about doing something new. And I was like, oh, let me think about that.
No.
And I was like, no,
then
Diane will hurt me.
Then you asked me, and I'm like, nope.
No, but it was a really good idea.
I know what you're talking about.
Do you?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, because you already talked to me about it. But anyway.
See, I don't even
Unless
remember.
there's something else.
You never know with me. But I felt like it was a really good idea. But we do have our Pirate Bob event that's coming up throughout the whole month of July. And it's something I want to mention now, because I want those that are listening in our area to go out, get ready to get your kids pumped up about it. This is something you can do this summer with your kids. Adults play. It's a lot of fun. And again, it is a way for us to recognize retail businesses or businesses that want people kind of coming in, seeing their storefronts, and getting to know what they offer. It's a good way to promote them. And last year, this time, it was hard to do that, of course. COVID was, people weren't going in and out of stores. There were restrictions. And so we kind of did a hybrid version of it where it was, some stores you could go in, some of it had to be done virtually. But we played Where's Waldo before in the past, and we've had to veer away from that just due to not being able to use that through Candlewick Press, which was, you have to get the rights to it through them. And they're no longer playing. So our sponsors, Beacon Credit Union, came up with Pirate Bob. And Bob stands for Beacon Online Banking. So for anyone who's wondering where Bob came from, that's it. But we are hosting this year 2 separate treasure maps. And so you and your child can come out, grab a treasure map. We're going to have them to download off of our website as well. And there will be lists of different businesses that are participating. And you can go on a treasure hunt the whole month of July, searching for Pirate Bob and his treasure. And as you visit these local businesses that have signed on to participate, you're going to get to see and find some new places throughout Central Virginia. One map is going to be Roanoke, Smith Mountain Lake, Vinton, some of Bedford focused. The other half of the map is going to be Bedford, Forest, Lynchburg, Amherst focused. So you're not having to drive like all over the place. Like if you live in Lynchburg, you're not having to drive to Roanoke. By all means, if you want to fill out both maps, go for it. The more entries, the more opportunity to win. But we give away a lot of great prizes. We do a celebration party at the end of the month, and you bring your kids out to that. And I think this year we're looking at it being at FunQuest in Lynchburg and Firehouse Skate in Vinton. We're going to have 2 separate parties. So again, 2 separate maps. But you'll bring your kids out. We have all kinds of giveaways, from toys that we've picked up to gift certificates that we've had donated. We normally do a cash prize for adults because you've been spending your money carting your kids around all month.
And even people that don't have kids. I mean, don't feel like you have to have kids or,
Oh, no.
grab somebody else's kids and go.
No, you don't have to just have kids. Actually, we do have a lot of adults that
Yeah.
go out and do this. So don't think it's because you have to have a kid. We want you as an adult to go out and find these different businesses because a lot of them have things that are more geared towards adults anyway. So some of those gift cards and prizes are adult friendly. And again, we do a cash giveaway.
And
So-
it's fun for the sponsors to hide the
Yes.
Pirate Bob in the store.
Yeah, it is. And because it's they go in and they search for him, and we encourage the businesses to move him around. Like, don't have him in the same place like every day. Move it around. And so if you're a business and you're listening, or you know a business that might want to participate, let them know. It's $30 to participate and be a part of Pirate Bob's event, and you get a lot of promotion throughout the month of July. And it's a lot of fun and a good way to get people into your business. So we're really excited about that. I know Lulu's is playing. Wanderly is playing as well.
Yeah.
So
And the deadline to sign up is, this Friday?
it's Friday. We can tweak it to Monday, but it's okay. I'm sorry.
And she says
It's
no.
Friday.
Your
I got-
boss
Heather
said
never
no.
sticks to deadlines.
I got the
Friday
Woo, okay, it is Friday
on my calendar.
before
what-
midnight. I'm going to give you till midnight on Friday, but I just got the look from Diane that said, Heather, stop it. So I'm going to stop.
And what we did at Lulu's Closet when we did it 2 years ago was the person that found it, then they got to hide it in the store.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So especially
neat.
when it's a child,
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's an awesome idea.
when they find it, then they can hide it.
That's
And they
right.
come up with some really good hiding
creative-
spots.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
we always hear great feedback from the community and from the businesses. Somebody in the community, was it last year or the year before, said, a lot of these businesses I didn't even know existed or were there. So they're finding out, and then they come
Yeah.
back and they shop or they eat there or whatever. So it's a really great way to, if you're a participating business, to be seen and get your name out there.
And I will say, last year, again, we didn't have the opportunity to do it as big as we're hoping to this year, but Beacon, they do a fantastic job because they have actually gone into the different businesses participating and hosted, like, they have their own little statue of Bob, and they'll bring him in,
cool.
and they'll do different, like, videos there, or like fun
Neat.
ways
That's
to
fun.
push it out. And I think this year too, we're trying to make sure that we are visiting each of our businesses, or at least highlighting one a day, saying, hey, make sure you're, here's a Bob location. And it may even be, if we have a gift certificate, it could be if someone goes that day and posts a selfie that they were there. We might be giving out some things even
Okay.
throughout the month.
That's cool.
So we want to encourage people to really get on board with the event and really get back out shopping local. So stay tuned for Pirate Bob and where you can get your treasure maps and how you can start participating. Again, it's a really exciting event, and we're glad to be bringing that back this year. And we'll actually be having Aaron on to talk more about
In
it from
2 weeks.
Beacon in 2 weeks. So we'll kind of be highlighting that as well in, like I said, in a couple of weeks. But we also have a few other events coming up that I'm going to very quickly skim over, and then we're going to get back to shopping. We had our Women's Empower seminar back in May. We had 120 women attend that event. It was fantastic. So the second half to that, our Athena Award Luncheon, will be held in July. And that is going to be a pretty big event. We can actually sell additional tickets if you're just wanting to come to the luncheon piece of it. But the big thing is we are still accepting Athena Award nominations. And for those who don't know what the Athena Award is, it is an international award given out to a woman in leadership in our area that is showing, leadership skills, mentorship, community service, lots of, all of that put together and more. And so if you know someone in the community that you feel fits that, please send it in. It's really, even if you don't win, it's an honor to be nominated, just because it is like I said, it's international. It's a highly recognized award. And we are so excited that we are able to offer that to the community here in Central Virginia. And so we do an Athena Award and a Young Professional Athena Award. So, and I've said it before, someone under 40. I'm just saying, I'm not under 40
Those
anymore.
youngins.
So I feel, I'm now a little salty about saying like young professional because I'm no longer in that category anymore.
I've
so.
surpassed
None of
that
us
for
are.
many years.
Yeah.
And
We won't go there.
And I will say one of the lovely ladies at this table has been nominated. Sandy has
That's
been.
awesome.
Yes, she has been nominated
Twice, actually.
Twice, yes.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And like I said, it's such a testament to what these women do.
It's an honor. It really is.
To be nominated and the winners, like I'm gonna tell you, Diane and I don't judge. We step out of it.
I'm glad we don't, because
I couldn't.
wow, these women are.
I'd probably like smash the award and like, here's a piece for you and you're a winner, and here's a piece for you and you're a winner.
I'm taking notes off of the nomination forms. I'm like, oh, she did this. I need to work on this. I need to.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need
Yeah.
to step it
When
up.
do
Like,
they have time to sleep, right?
I thought I was doing something, but nope. Sure won't. But we're still accepting nominations for that through the end of June. I'm looking at Diane, so I don't get another. She's
I've
looking.
got my calendar right
Hold
here.
on,
I
she
will
gonna
tell
tell
you.
me. But we're still accepting nominations for those awards. So please get those in. Contact either myself or Diane. It's heather@cvabc.org or diane@cvabc.org for a copy of the Athena nomination form. Diane,
Which is due July the 2nd.
July the 2nd. Ooh, okay.
It's
Yay.
a Friday.
It's Friday.
You have a little bit more time than I thought. See, I did good. But yeah, get those nominations in. We do have a few that have come in already. I think sometimes people get nervous, and you can self-nominate. You know, if you're feeling that you hit that criteria, don't let that hold you back. Self-nominate.
Be proud.
Yeah, that's right. I would be. I can't nominate myself. I can't nominate Diane either. I would, because we run the event. That would probably be frowned upon. Be like, don't show up. We won. Appreciate it.
Every year.
But we're really excited. So tickets are going to go on sale for anyone wanting to attend the second half. They're going to be $25. We do have our keynote speaker for that event, Caitlin Roy DeBellis. She is the first grade teacher from Sandy Hook Elementary School who saved her first grade classroom when tragedy struck by hiding all of them in one of those little bathrooms. I don't know how many of y'all remember how little them little bathrooms are when you were in elementary school. And so, but then, even from that, she's done a lot too with nonprofits and different things. And we're going to be hearing about a foundation she created. And I'm really excited to have her. And I think it's going to be a very uplifting story. I think there'll be some tears. We have our tissue sponsor, Savvy Promos, who did our tissues for us.
I don't think it's going to help me. I'm just going to have a cutout of myself in the seat, and I'll be in the bathroom crying.
She'll have a little
thing.
paper sign that she's holding up in
I
front of her
will.
face so she can cry.
Looks like I'm smiling.
See, now that's what we need now is like cutout sponsor, so you can have your own personal cutout and you'll be like, I'm just going to sit this here while I go
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, we'll be outside hugging each other.
And we're also really excited about the venue space that we're going to be using. And it's a new venue opening up in Bedford County off of 221. So everyone will get a firsthand look at this beautiful new wedding venue. And it's Cedar Oak Farms.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really excited to be hosting it there. We went and checked it out the other day, and the views are like breathtaking. It is a gorgeous facility. So.
I am going to go up there and just have coffee on the porch.
Yeah. We told her, we were
I
like, do you
will.
mind if people just come sit on your patio?
If that gate is open. No, I'm just kidding.
Sitting in the rocking chairs. They're going to be like, what
Don't
are you
mind
doing?
me.
I'm just a lawn ornament.
Yeah. One of
I
those
don't know.
trolls.
I don't know who that lady is in the front porch, but she's been here for 3 days now.
She even brought her coffee pot and a tent.
So get those nominations in and then be ready to purchase your tickets because they are going to be limited because the 120 women that already attended the seminar, their tickets were inclusive, so they'll already have their seats. And so we'll have a limited number of additional tickets due to the amount of space that, the venue holds. Not restrictions, but just actually holds. So, so that's what we have coming up. We'll also be talking more about our Career Connections job fair that we're going to be hosting August the 5th. And that is going to be in Roanoke at the Build Smart Institute. I know people are hurting right now for help all over. I mean, that is something we are constantly having people reach out to us for. We are creating a CVABC Career Connections Facebook page that will be launching probably today or tomorrow, where our members can put up job postings that they have. But then also anyone who participates in the job fair and has a booth will be able to start posting things even leading up to the August event, because we know people aren't going to be waiting until August to hire. So we're really excited about that. If you're a member of the CVABC, the booth fee is $75. Non-members, I believe it's $175 to have your booth. No, it's $200. But if you join, it's $175,
Yes.
right? Because then you'll get your membership plus the booth.
Yeah.
So it's a really good deal, and we're excited for that. We'll be giving away our scholarship to the Build Smart Institute there at the event. So if you're interested in that, contact us as well. We have just started putting all that information out. But if you're interested in getting a job, please attend, but also check out that Facebook page and look and see who's hiring. I don't think there's a lack of jobs pretty much anywhere right now.
No, and you know what I've noticed just driving around from here and there? So many companies are putting it on their vehicles now.
Mm-hmm.
We're hiring. Call this number. I mean, you see that every now and then, but it's like all over now. It's crazy.
My husband's niece is an HR manager in a local company. She even had a vest made.
Wow.
Yeah, on the back it says, we're now hiring.
Yeah.
So everywhere she goes, people see it.
And so many sign-on bonuses right now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, get out there. We need to do something to stir the community to.
Yeah. Well,
apply.
my older daughter, and she's working 3 different jobs right now just because there's a need, and she's a CNA. So she works to take care of my mother during the day, and then she works through Centra at Oakwood Health and Rehab. She does kind of their limbo where they call, she goes in as needed. And now she's also going to be starting soon at Velocity Care in Manita, working some 12-hour shifts.
Wow.
I do think she'll be ending, at some point something. I don't know. She's going to burn herself
I
out.
don't know. Those young people they just drink a Red Bull and go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I think that's it.
But, I think
Energizer bunnies.
I think it's a testament though to some of the younger people that really are. They're trying to work
Yes.
and they're trying to make money, and they're out there, and some of them are getting hindered because there's some 16-year-old. There's some people I know would love to work and they just can't yet.
Yeah.
And I know that some businesses are kind of being a little bit more lenient with some of their requirements and things like that. So check us out. We'll get that page up and running soon. And if you're interested in being part of the job fair, contact us, because we definitely want to get you on board. We can have, I think, up to like 60 vendors. So it's going to be a good opportunity to get your name out and get the different positions you're hiring for.
Now,
Yes. Shopping.
So shopping.
Back to it.
teach me.
Yeah. we've already
to.
chatted about business related issues. So now we're just going to sit back and talk about shopping, which is fun.
My favorite subject.
Yeah.
So I am going to, and I'm going to kind of put it out to both of you, and I'll let you guys both answer this. What made you guys start up the type of business you're doing, like the consignment, the women's clothing? Because is there something that kind of led you both to doing this as a job?
I can remember as a young child, my mother and I going consignment shopping, and it was something that I always enjoyed doing. And then when my son was born, he and I would take him, a lot of times dragging him because he's a boy and didn't like to shop. But we would go shopping a lot of times. And I have always been a plus size girl, and you find a lot of times it's hard to go shopping and find attractive looking clothing when you're plus size. So I started Lulu's Closet for those 2 main reasons, in honor of my mom. And also, I wish you had started another question first, because now you're going to get me talking about my mom. And
No, I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
Tissue.
No.
Do you want me to get up and dance and do something to make you laugh?
But then, I might be plus size, but I still like to look nice. And so that's why I started. I remember coming home one evening and I told my husband, okay, I love shopping. I love clothes. I love consignment shopping. And he said, and you love planning things. So it just all fit together. And so in a few weeks, we will celebrate our 3rd anniversary.
That's awesome. Yay.
That's really exciting. And that for me is so exciting to hear, especially when people start up a business and they're past that
Yeah.
like 1 year mark,
Yep.
the 2 year mark. And I remember, Sandy, when you were even starting the concept of Lulu's Closet, because you were working at Gleaning for the World, which is a fantastic organization.
Absolutely.
And you came to me at one of our coffee talks, I think, and were telling me about starting up. And I was super excited because, you know, you're right. Plus size women's clothing, not only is it's expensive, and I look at some of the stuff that's in like the smaller sizes, and it's like, look, I mean, I know you have to use extra fabric and stuff, but I mean, can we please try and keep it a little bit closer
Well,
in
and
the
not only
price
that,
range?
to look nice. you know.
Yes. And that's probably one reason why you always saw me just, you know, in whatever. Because, I mean, that's what I found.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be
Exactly.
honest. And now that I have, like you said, I've gotten a little bit smaller. It's exciting to go out and buy clothes. I'll be like, I went home one time, I put it on the top. I told my husband, I said, what do you think? He said, well, it looks good. I said, oh, look at the tag. Look at the tag. And he was like,
What size was it?
it was medium. And I said, oh, whoop, whoop. I was dancing around. But, you know, I think that every woman should feel that way.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Not
exactly.
just because you're an extra small or a zero or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, and for those that are, fantastic. Good job for you.
Good for you.
I think that's fantastic. Because, you know, again, a lot of people, though, it's not something they control. There's,
Right.
you know, people's body types are different. But I love the fact. And, all right, so tell me, you used to have the tagline, you used to say it all the time about you don't just have clothes because you also have pocketbooks and everything else.
My shoes and clothes and jewelry fit everyone.
I used to love that.
But now,
Every
since
size.
even through COVID, we just recently, within May 1st, we moved to a new location right down the sidewalk, and our space is now doubled.
That's
So
awesome.
I've also started carrying smaller sizes as well. I will always, always, always specialize in upscale fashion for, as I call them, the classy, curvy lady.
That's awesome.
Because I feel like I'm a hopefully classy, but definitely curvy lady. And so, I don't want anyone feeling left out. Mm-hmm. But, when my smaller friends would come in, and I'd always tell them, my shoes, jewelry, and pocketbooks fit everyone.
I used to love it when she'd say that. I thought that was so awesome. And we're going to talk a little bit more about your move, and we're going to be doing a ribbon cutting soon. Mm-hmm. I will mention, we drove past the other day, and my littlest one, Riley, she loves going into Lulu's, let me just say. And we drove past, and she saw the old section, and she was like, Mom, I have horrible news. I said, what? She goes, Lulu's Closet is gone.
Oh, no.
And I said, no, baby, it's not gone. It's right,
They're
right
just
up
better.
the street.
4 doors down.
Yeah, and she saw it, and she said, oh, thank goodness. That was really funny. So, but Heather, tell us a little bit about Wanderly and why you opened up.
Okay, so my story is a lot like hers. When I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, so my mom and I would do what we could with what we had, and we'd go to a lot of thrift stores and stuff like that, and shop yard sales. That's how I spent a lot of time with my mom. And, as I was working throughout the years, I worked for a lot of retail companies, but I saw a lot of things that I didn't like. I saw a lot of them taking advantage of their customers and things like that. And I'm a lot like her. I love clothes. Like, I love to change things up. I like the, ability to be able to do that. And I like the way I feel when I dress nice. But I like the way other people feel when they dress nice too. Mm-hmm. When they're in that outfit that just makes them feel incredible, it completely changes them,
Absolutely.
It gives them an awesome confidence. And like her, we carry sizes extra small through 4X because we want to be able to cater to everybody. But Wanderly has just been something that's been on my heart for years, and my husband and I just decided to go for it. And, our slogan is, may your heart go wherever your soul wanders. So follow your dreams, but for us, Wonderly is just a really great store for Bedford to have because we have a great selection of not only pre-owned merchandise, but we have new boutique items as well. But we
do
keep
too.
everything really affordable so everybody can afford to shop in our store because we don't want anybody to feel like they can't afford to shop there. Because when I was growing up, that was one of the worst feelings is not being able to afford to look as nice as somebody else that I went to school with, you know, or other people that were around me. You always want to be able to, you know, look your best and feel your best. And sometimes you do that with what you wear.
Right.
So that is very important for me to be able to provide that for the people here in Bedford and around us, you know.
See, and I totally agree. And I know a lot of people use Goodwill. Goodwill's
Yes.
great too. But, you know, of course, it's not local. So that's why
Yeah.
my big thing is supporting local. But I remember I used to would go into Goodwill with my kids and they'd be like, oh, Mom, I'm not shopping at Goodwill. And I'm like, okay, now you tell me if you're wearing those jeans that say American Eagle. Who's
Yeah.
going to know they came from
Exactly.
Goodwill?
They're not going to know.
And I'm just not. And I'm just going to tell you, I call it GW Fashion. So if
Yeah.
anyone else wants to go out there,
Yeah.
GW Boutique.
that's my new. See, look, Goodwill. They get all kinds of names, but you know they are. You know, they're a great option. But you ladies have started up one. I feel in our area again. It's local, but it doesn't give that sense of I'm going to shop at Goodwill or Salvation Army. And while
not
those
just,
are both
like
fantastic
when you're
places,
shopping, you know, at stores like ours, you know, we're giving back to the community. We're
Absolutely.
spending our money in the other stores in this community. You know, we're pouring back into the people that are around us. We're not giving it to people in corporate positions that we never see, never know, to pad their pockets. You know, we're feeding our families. We're, you know, taking care of other people in the community and helping them feed their families as
Absolutely.
well, because we all come together and work together, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, and not only that, it's more about the experience when you walk in to both
Yeah.
of your places. You
Yeah.
know, you guys are working there,
Yeah.
and it's not just some employee that you know
Right.
may
It's
or
a
may
more
not like his
intimate
job.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You get that one-on-one customer service that people long for now that they don't hardly get. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so-
if anybody's like me, like shopping literally gives me anxiety. It
Yeah.
really does. But the both times that I've been in you guys' shops, it's like you make people feel welcome, and it's
Yeah.
fun. You
Yeah.
know, it really is. So I encourage anybody listening, if y'all want to do a girls trip, call me and we can do this together. We'll go get some frou-frou coffee and
Yes.
we'll go shopping because God knows Diane needs some clothes.
Well, and like that's the thing. Like, and I think too, the other part of it is when I go into a store, you know, you guys kind of know what I like. You know my
Yep.
style. I've been in
Yep.
there before, and you know, you'll be like, "Oh, we just got this." I know there
Yep.
was a pair of pants. I went when I first started losing weight. I went into Lulu's, and there was these pair of jeans that had those leopard print. What was it? The
the
cutout.
holes in them.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my gosh, I love these, but I can't fit that yet. And she was like, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it. You know, and I did because she knew that was what that was
Yep.
my style. But
Yeah.
it gave me
Yeah.
something to kind of look at. And
And they're probably too big now, right?
no, they fit. That's the good part. They do fit. I still don't like to sit in them yet.
I'll stand, thank you.
Well, and the one
They
thing
do
about
close.
the one thing about Heather's shop and my shop is, you know, we get to know our customers and we get to know the items that are coming in. I mean, just yesterday I had a lady come into the shop, and her husband will come in, slip me money, and say her birthday's next Monday, and I will go shopping for her. They'll be wrapped, and he comes and picks
That's
them up. Has
awesome.
no idea what's in those packages. And he did it for. I did it for her birthday. I did it for Christmas, and I know her taste. And like she came in the shop yesterday and was just so thankful for the items that she had gotten. And she was looking at items, and then I was like, "Well, while you're here, you want to try this on and this on because these two go together." And she's like, "No, I don't try them on. You know my taste better than I do."
And that's the men's portion of the show.
Yep.
Right there.
And like Heather's shop, we also have new boutique items. Just recently, the cardigan that I have on that nobody can see because we're on radio is Vocal, and it's made in the USA. And they're kind of the thing that they do is a lot of wings and angel wings and things on it, which the back of my cardigan has on it. So I've partnered with a friend of mine that has a shop near Smith Mountain Lake, and she and I order things together. And then that way we're not having to spend so much money for smaller boutiques. But I too have the vocal items from size small to 2 and 3X, and I also have some other items that have been, were in my shop that are also new boutique items. And again, I don't want anyone to come in and say, I can't afford to buy that. My husband bought me a vocal top down in Dollywood. Somebody else got it because I laid it down and never made it home with me. But he paid like $50 or $60 for that top. Ew. And in my shop, I offer them the tops for $24.98.
Awesome.
Very
See,
good.
that's what I like to hear. That's just the way it is at Wanderly too. We go into big, huge boutique stores in the mall, and me being in a smaller town, and I'm a mom. I have 4 kids. Like, I've had to raise these kids and support them, so it's not cheap. So you try to make your money stretch as much as you can. But when you go into these big boutiques, and now that I have a store of my own, I know what people are paying for things. And it frustrates me when I see that they're charging 7-8 times what they paid for it in these stores.
Exactly.
And they're ripping their customers off. At Wanderly, we want our customers to be able to get the best value for what they're getting. We don't want to overcharge. We want to make a living, yes, but we don't want to make a killing off the backs of our customers. We want to be a blessing to the customers, and we feel like we do that by offering great pricing on our items and quality items at great prices too.
And I think you make a great point about especially mothers, because, I have 3 kids, and as they were growing up, I worried more about what they looked like
exactly
and how they were dressed than myself.
Yep.
So being able to go somewhere, though, that I can affordably still get things that make me look nice, it's great. And
exactly.
I remember when we first came into Wanderly, and I was looking around, I was like, oh, this is dangerous. And it's right here in Bedford. And so when you joined, we were like, it's $75 to join. I think I literally the very next day just brought her membership fee back out of my own bank account. I was like, yep, well, I should have just, here you go. I just shopped and spent all my money. But that was, for me, I felt good. I feel good when I go into both of your shops.
Yeah.
And I purchase items, and I purchased one dress, and I wore it to our annual luncheon that year because it was nice, it was classy. Yeah. I felt good in it, and I was able to be like, hey, I got this at Lulu's Closet,
exactly.
And you're like a walking billboard.
And I'll do the same thing. I have shopped at Lulu's Closet. I love Lulu's Closet. So, like, if somebody's like, oh, where'd you get that? Lulu's Closet. Like, I tell people because I want to support these local businesses.
Absolutely.
And even though I have a consignment store, I still love to shop thrift myself.
Yes.
I will be going by your shop on the way back to Lulu's Closet this afternoon, actually.
What I love is that all the clothes are so fashionable, as we've been saying, but it's not like, we've all been in that situation. I know how I have, where you go into a meeting or in a room or whatever, and somebody else is wearing the same shirt that you are because you shopped at Walmart or something.
Especially
you're going to
in
find
Bedford,
different
when you
stuff.
don't have anything to shop at.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's wearing the same stuff, and it's all from Walmart.
Yeah,
and it's not good stuff.
Yeah.
We all
You
have
could
that
spend
black
less
and white
money
striped
in
shirt.
my store. Yeah, like you could spend less money in my store and have a higher quality item.
Yeah,
I even have
store.
a rack that is all Chico items, and there was a tag on a jacket the other day. Still had tags on it, $109, and I think I know it was less than 20. So it was like probably $18.98 or something. And I'm like, the lady bought it, and I was like, where else can you go and buy Chico's for that price?
Exactly.
And really look nice.
Yeah, and your inventory is always changing.
Always changing.
Always.
Yeah.
You're not going to go in and see. So if you see something, you better grab it.
I have a sign that was in the old shop that actually said, you better buy it today because it may not be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, in both of our stores, inventory rotates on a regular basis. You could come in my store today and find something that you just absolutely love, and then 2 days from now it won't be there. Yeah. So, but it's awesome, too, because if you do come in today and you don't see anything you like, you could come back in 2 days and we'll have something.
Right.
So, we have regulars, and I know she does too, that come into their store on a regular basis because they like to see the new stuff that we're getting in. Like, what'd you get in this week? Because of what can I find? There's hidden treasures.
So speaking of inventory, both of you accept consignment from others that want to come in. So it's not even just where people can come in and buy, but they can actually make money
Absolutely.
working with both of you. So I'm going to throw it to Sandy first and tell us a little bit about how people can consign with Lulu's. And then I'm going to send it over to Heather and hear about Wanderly. And this way, people, if you're listening and you are cleaning that closet out, like I know I am, you have options.
Absolutely. I do prefer that the items come into the shop on hangers, and I tell the ladies that is not because I want your hangers. I'm giving them back to you, but they just look so much nicer, and they're not wrinkled. When, I don't want to have them brought in like in totes or in garbage bags. So I know.
Brought mine in the tote. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Turn around.
But
Face the wall now.
and I'm not 100% strict on that. If somebody comes in with a tote, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to turn you away. But they just look so much nicer. And I go through them, hopefully while you're standing there. If there's something that I cannot take, I tell you why. If there's a stain on it or if it's just really too worn. And then I have software that helps me to price the items. And my prices are very, very, very affordable. Like Heather, I'm paying the rent, but I'm not going to become a millionaire. And and right now, I also, like I said earlier, I offer size actually extra small to 5X in the shop.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then again, we take jewelry and pocketbooks and shoes, and I'm not going to take anything that I wouldn't wear myself. I jokingly say, except for the color brown, because I just don't wear brown. But if I look at something and I would not put that in my closet, then it's not going in Lulu's closet, because and then I'll talk about this a little bit more. I'll let Heather talk first. But then if the ladies that bring this stuff in, if they don't want them back, then we donate them.
Right. Yeah, that's what I like. And I also like that when I did come in, I got a little card with my own personal number on it. So I could actually go online and see like what I was selling, what I was kind of what I was making. And that was really cool.
Yeah, I have there's a website. It's a national website that you can go to, and I give you your number and I explain to you how you can look. That makes it very transparent. So you know what you've sold and when you've sold it, and what the items have sold for. And it is the profits is 50-50. I jokingly tell everyone I'm really bad in math, so 50% I could figure out. I couldn't figure out 60 or 40. So when an item sells, the consignor gets 50 and the store gets 50.
Awesome. Okay. And Heather, do you do yours a little differently?
We do ours differently. So what we do is we ask that you bring them in the same way that she does. We do prefer them on hangers, but if you bring them in a tote, we're the same way. We will take a look at them. We like the items to be current, so we like things to be no older than like 2 years old. Because we want to keep the styles current.
Right.
We don't want it to be like people are walking into a Goodwill.
Yeah.
Because we're not. But we take a look at the items and we determine what we want to keep. And then we make an offer in cash and an offer in store credit. And the store credit is good for all of our pre-owned merchandise. Because Wanderly really is 2 stores in one. So our boutique stuff is separate from our pre-owned stuff. So you can use that on anything in the store. So, and typically it just ends up working like you're just trading that merchandise for other merchandise. And so it works out really good for you, but you get more for your money if you do the trading or the store credit. So
yes. And I know you do the store
Yeah,
credit.
we do use store credit. So if you have money on your account and you come in and go shopping, I mean, so many times the lady's like, I got all these items and I didn't have to pay anything because I have store credit. And they're so excited.
See, and that's the cool thing to tell your husband.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really pay for this.
That's right.
Exactly.
I have a girl that comes in and she's like, yeah, I'm going to tell him I didn't have to pay for it because I had store credit.
Come home with all these bags. I'm like, don't look at the bags. I didn't pay for them.
See, my husband would be like, it's about time.
And
Just go shopping, would you?
Would you follow me to the shop today, please?
My husband no longer has closet space. I moved him out. I took all of his stuff out of the closet and I put him in this little, we have this little, and I don't say cupboard, but it's like a cupboard. What are the armoire?
Is it in your wine fridge?
No, it's no. I have more wine than he has shirts. But, armoire. But I did move him over to the armoire, and he was just like, "This is ridiculous." And I'm like, "It's okay, honey." But, he has work uniforms that he wears all week, so he doesn't usually go out and buy a lot of stuff, because he's half the time that's all I see him in. So I was like, "Why do you need to be taking up my closet space?
Get out my space."
So I'm like putting it in there, and he's just like shaking his head. But, he honestly at this point is enjoying it because he likes to see the fact that I'm excited about going out and getting stuff where it used to be like, throw up my hair in a ponytail, roll out of bed, throw on, some jeans and a shirt, and off I went. So I think that's great. And I love the opportunity. And I have not done consignment yet at Wanderly, but I like the opportunity to have the option to consign or have store credit or to get the money or have store credit, because there are times that you need the cash, but there are times that you just want to have the option to buy more stuff because you're getting rid of things and you're like, oh, I really need some more shorts or something like that.
Exactly. And it's really good for, people like if you're losing weight, like you said, you were losing weight. So you could take your bigger stuff in, get credit, and then get you some newer stuff that fits. And that's awesome. I even have moms that'll do it with their teenage daughters because they're growing, so they'll bring in their smaller stuff and trade it for bigger stuff or get credit for the bigger stuff,
Yeah.
So, or, like if you need cash, we do cash on the spot. So that's a really good thing. So if you, just know you want to get rid of some stuff, you can totally get cash. And we donate as well. So if people don't want, to keep what they have left over, we will donate. We actually donate locally, though. We like to give our items to the Bedford Christmas Station because we really love what they do in the community.
Yes.
So we like to help them out a lot.
They are a fantastic group. And I know you go Tree of Life?
We do, we donate to Tree of Life Midtown. We donate to the Agape Center that's in Bedford that works with about 20 churches. And just most recently, we also started to donate to the Thrifty Firemen in Alta Vista because there is a shelter for battered women in the Alta Vista area.
Awesome.
Franny's House. And they told us, someone at the bank actually told my husband about that. And so if you donate to the Thrifty Firemen, the ladies that are staying at Franny's House can get vouchers to go into the Thrifty Firemen. So
that's incredible.
That's cool. I had not heard of that. I see a lot of people asking about places to donate clothes, and they're like, I don't want to go to Goodwill. I don't want it to go. And I think all
they
of
can
the
bring them to us.
options.
and I even told a lady that yesterday.
Yeah.
And when I explained, she brought some things in, still had the tags on them, and she had lost or gained weight, and so she brought some things in, and she had marked on the sheet that she wanted to pick them up. And when I explained to her what we did with the items that are not sold, she said, oh, let's change that. I want to donate my items. And she said, she said, so many times I tell my family, I'm taking things to the Goodwill. And I said, of course, I'm telling everybody on Radio Land this, but I said, if you want to bring your items to me, I will call the Agape Center or I'll call Tree of Life picks up for me, and my husband takes them to the Thrifty Firemen. And you can drop your items off here, and we'll see that they get donated.
And they help people locally. That's what we love about donating, because we're not giving it to a big corporation like Goodwill that's already making millions of dollars. We're giving it to local organizations that can really help out the community.
Absolutely.
Which
And
is awesome.
I've heard stories from the lady at Tree of Life so many times when, there was a lady who got a pocketbook that was in her 80s, and pocketbook still had tags on it, and she got it, and she said she was hugging it like a baby. And she told the lady at Tree of Life, I've never had my own brand new pocketbook. Or the young girl that was reconciling with her father, and there was a father-daughter banquet, and she got her gown from something that we had donated to the Tree of Life, and was able to go to this event and feel spectacular in a gown that we had donated.
That's awesome.
Yeah, see, that's wonderful. Now, my
I
question
like
is,
that.
do y'all
Just-
accept cardigans?
Right? Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't burn them, but they are older than 2 years. So
Well, here's though, are y'all seasonal?
Yes.
Each one of
We
you, so
are. We
you'd
are
rather not
seasonal.
have winter right now.
Yes.
You're looking at summer.
We don't have the
I do
storage
wear mine
space.
all year.
Yeah, I don't either.
We don't.
My she shed is full at home.
So we've got about 10 minutes left, and I want people to, we've been talking about you, but we haven't really talked much about where you're located. or
Yeah.
how people can get a hold of you. And Lulu, I know we're getting ready to do a ribbon cutting
We
for
are.
you. I call you Lulu, even though your name's Sandy.
That's all
Like
right.
Lulu. So tell us where you are located in Forest and how someone can get a hold of you if they're interested in, dropping items off, or let's chat a little bit about your ribbon cutting.
Sure. We're in the Forest Cove Shopping Center right next to Mr. Ship's Pizza at 17980 Forest Road. We're right across from the Grace Mills Shopping Center and Wells Fargo Bank. We just recently moved 4 doors down. So I moved from probably less than 1,000 square feet to probably 2,500 square feet. I hear ladies coming into my shop and they just stop in the front door and they go,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I haven't stopped in
Oh,
yet
girl,
since you moved.
y'all
I
need to
to.
come in.
I've been trying to stay away. But
So
My
June-
bank account says no, but my heart says yes.
she probably has a credit though.
I don't know. I might. I should check that out.
So we are having our third anniversary on June the 23rd from when we had our first ribbon cutting with you guys, and this will be at 2:00 p.m. at Lulu's Closet, and we're going to have our grand reopening and ribbon cutting. And I just found out yesterday also Pastor Mike Dotson from Tree of Life will be there to bless the business and bless everyone that comes and goes.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Perfect.
he did that with my first business down the sidewalk. So I asked him to attend again. He said he would be honored to. So at 2:00, we're going to have the blessing and the ribbon cutting, and we're going to have refreshments afterwards and sales all week.
I'm really excited that we were able to do the ribbon cutting for your 1 year, like your grand opening, your very first opening day, and now we're here 3 years later doing it again, and you've moved to a bigger space, and it's really nice to see a small business get that far. So it always makes me happy.
When women were coming into the shop and they were going in the back room to try on in the dressing rooms, I'd have to move a rack so they could get to the dressing room.
I remember that.
And I told my husband, I'm like, honey, we have outgrown this space. And he always told me, you have to crawl before you can walk, and you have to walk before you can run. And I said, well, it's running time.
Running time. Good.
So-
Well, speaking of
awesome.
new dressing rooms, I'm gonna turn it over to Heather because she just had. I remember when I came in
Okay,
there, I was
yes.
in her bathroom.
Yes,
trying
you
to-
were. So we have been in our location for 8 months. We haven't been here for very long. We haven't even had a ribbon cutting yet because it's been really crazy. But we just got our dressing room finished, and I am so thrilled. It's like 90% finished. We still have to mount the mirror and put the bench in there, but it's usable at least now. So we're excited about that because people have been using our restroom, and our customers have been just so patient with us because we have done a lot of changing up in the store over the past couple of months. So everybody's been really awesome, but we're excited. We're super excited about it because Wanderly is growing. We are located right here in the heart of Bedford. We're on 212 East Depot Street. We are open Wednesday through Saturday. We do want to see people. Come see us. Come check us out. If you haven't been to our store yet, we would love to have you. We love our customers. We have a great time. We will be, announcing on our Facebook page and our Instagram when we will be doing that ribbon cutting. And we do have some events that are going to be coming up as well. I know August 20th, we're planning on doing a sip-in shop, which will be our first ever sip-in shop. And we're super excited about that because we're going to get some new merchandise and bring it in for you guys. So that's really awesome. But if you guys want to follow us or keep up with what we have going on, you can follow us at Wanderly Boutique on Instagram or at Wanderly Boutique on Facebook. And if you're interested in, bringing items to us, just shoot us a message. We'll be happy to talk to you and walk you through the process.
And for those of you that I see people posting that there's nothing to do in Bedford or there's no shops other than antique stores in Bedford.
Yes.
Please come to Bedford and
Yes.
actually look
Exactly.
and not just take people's
Especially,
words
yes.
for it.
And especially now that the electric co-market has
Mhm.
opened, that facility is fantastic.
Yes.
They have so many awesome things available for the community here in Bedford. everybody has just been so used to going out of town to shop. And it's time for people to start looking in town to shop because we have some really great things available for everybody.
And even one of the past antique stores, but Needful Things, they've changed their name now. But he has really started adding some new things there that are not just antique. There's like a wine bar now.
Yes, he's got all the wine now. I haven't even gotten to check it out yet. I'm so disappointed.
I know. And I saw somebody yesterday posted they have like a video gaming like a section now.
Yes. So my son was really excited about that one.
Yes. So get out and shop local in downtown Bedford, in Forest, in Lynchburg, downtown Lynchburg, Smith Mountain Lake, Manita, Amherst, Frostburg, Alta Vista. There are small
Like
towns.
geography class.
Look,
Exactly.
this is where we're at. I mean, I could keep going. Vinton, Salem, Roanoke, Botetourt, all surrounding counties. It's important, and like these ladies said, it's you're supporting a local family and a local business. And I had, the fact that I have two women here that do the same type of business, yet both were excited to come on the show. There was no competitive. There was no
absolutely not.
That's the field. That's what you get locally. That is where they're willing. They're going to shop with each other.
Absolutely.
We support each
They're
other.
going to that's what I love to see. And that's what, Talk Local to me, that's what this podcast is all about, is bringing local business to you, to the community. And even those that are, that are listening that are not right here in Central Virginia, because I know we do have people that tune in. When you're coming through and you're visiting, stop in. Find a local business. Check them out online.
Yeah, Lulu's Closet is live on Wednesdays at 7:00. So, and we do ship anywhere you are. So, we play some trivia games for prize money or prizes. Last week we gave away a $25 gift certificate for Lulu's Closet and two $10 gift certificates for answering the trivia questions and for sharing. So we show items that have just come in and some new items. And so if there's something that you have to have in your closet, just tune in on Facebook at 7:00 on Wednesdays.
That's awesome.
And speaking of gift certificates, we did have a giveaway on our our Talk Local to Me Facebook page, and I wanted to go ahead and announce the winners of that. So Nicole Johnson and Michelle Crumpacker, both of them have won a $10 gift certificate to Wanderly and a $10 gift certificate to Lulu's Closet. Woo-hoo! So we will bring those by to you, and thank you very much for participating and sharing. And so if you're listening in, join us for the ribbon cutting at Lulu's Closet. Be on the lookout for the ribbon cutting at Wanderly, because we'll be planning that.
It will be coming.
Too. And lastly, I'd just like to thank our other show sponsor, Sunburst Vinyl Supply. They have been a sponsor of ours since the very beginning, since February. And Sunburst Vinyl Supply is the area's best source for replacement and new construction windows, premium vinyl siding, shutters, gutters, and guards. They are easily accessible off of Highway 460 at 1731 Sunburst Road. Give them a call at 434-525-5577 or check them out online at sunburstvinyl.net. Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk Local to Me. We will see you next week. Not me, because I won't be here, but let me tell you, I have heard there is a fantastic podcast coming up. Of course, they'll do it while I'm gone.
Yep.
But we'll see you then.
She'll be on vacation.
Have a great vacation. Woo!